Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about Metizport, I think. That second map felt nice to me. I'll lean their way, but if for nothing else, let's have just a close map, because those first two, not the most competitive the whole way through.
No. They did sort of separate distinctly. Some beautiful fly-throughs. And we're in. We're into Ancient. We got the flute music coming in. We got the bird song. And soon to be replaced by the sound of gunfire. This is going to be a quick hitter. Presence in B early. They make sure there's no mid swing. But Metizport are very willing to give ground because they want to battle for the ramp themselves. And here comes that fight. susp will strike first. The bomb's here. They got to be wary. So the Molotov gets committed to keep them away.
This is the right call.
It's going to be the bailout.
This is the right call. Get away from B. And it's only Nilo anywhere near the site right now. Only man that can stop a plant.
For once they have a kit. So that'll make a retake a little bit more viable. susp flies out into the fray. Just a bowling ball. Maybe expected his teammate to be along behind him. That doesn't happen. And ZTR is a little bit slow to rotate still to keep the man advantage. Courtesy of adamb. And ZTR wants to get into A main. This is really bold. It's going to take a while, but adamb might just kill everybody in the meantime. And if they try and hunt him down, Jackinho was right behind. So, who needs ZTR whatsoever? They were trying to stall for their teammate to get there, and unnecessary.
Kill or retake. Aggressive pistol. Straight down the ramp with those dualies. Some intent here. The Metizport are not going to sit back. It's what won them the series earlier up against Apex was decisiveness. And that will be important. Remember, for both of these teams, this is a high-pressure game now. One series... if you win this away from Dallas, of course, for both of these teams, just attending a tournament of that caliber, the opportunities for ranking points, just the experience, I guess, as well for some of these players. It is a game changer for their year and their trajectory. And let's see. Force by behind the plant on the previous. 4 loaded up towards A for bait, and there's nobody here. There's nobody even nearby. There's a big gap on this map right now, and it might be about to be exploited.
It is indeed. They'll funnel straight in. The bomb will almost certainly go down, though for a moment it looked like esenthial wanted to try and hunt it. Wrinkle jumps through. There's a trade. It's not the easiest hold in the post, but let's see what MPL can do with this deep angle. Shadow advantage gives him the first. The second as well. MPL ain't missing. 3 huge kills. Captain has given his squad a chance to work. And there's another captain who still lives with a Deeg in hand. No armor. But if you don't miss, you don't need armor. Smoke onto the bomb. Defuse kit for susp, not for Nilo. And now it is just that one man, and he's low. And he's bailing. He's out of there. Doesn't fancy his chances, but there will be no escape. Captain Kirka will not allow it.
That was a swing moment, wasn't it? Oh, that was a man advantage for the Swedish side. They're just so out of position. What a sequence from NPL. As he gets aggressive in towards CT. And I like it from bait. They knew they needed to have and they had to take map control. They couldn't just sit on the bomb site. They also weren't aware that Donut was clear. And that has changed the face of this first half of Ancient. 4 spy in response, but look at this. esenthial had to sack armor to get some util. I guess suspers a little bit, but on an island right now on this B bomb site. Mid is the port of call. esenthial was lining up flashes for them to fight, but nobody's come out. So it's going to be a readjustment.
Exchange in mid. adamb getting away with one, perhaps. They're ready for a collapse on mid. This is a little risky for they to stick around. Oof. But that makes it a little easier. The window player can't come in for a little extra sting if the donut players peek. And now there's no path. Or no limitations, rather, on the path in towards B. Gate's been ripped off the hinges. That's not where that smoke was supposed to go, but it'll be fine. Bomb's gonna go down. We might get a little attempt at a retake. And owner might make himself a little money.
Yep, guess these last two are going to save. Concurrent stream update.
Okay.
Virtus Pro are going to Dallas.
Oh, boy.
2-0 for them. 13-10, 13-11. Got a little bit scrappy on Mirage. That means the winner of this series will play Heroic. Second down spot. 2:30 UK PM, 3:30 Central Europe. I have no idea what it means. 10-ish, 11 maybe.
I won't know either. No survivors except owner. That's, I mean, good damage. The hunt is very costly for bait. They don't bring anything through. That is way more expensive around than you expected, but they do have an eco on deck here. So the investment from Metizport doesn't exactly give what they were hoping for, but at least they don't let the money blossom. It'll be 10:30 my time, apparently.
There you go. Plenty of time for the Americans to wake up to watch as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, nice morning at the office. This one's a cleanup. Makes it a little bit easier to stomach the expense of the last. You got some cash flow in reserve. And an op's going to come out. Owner drops that over. Gets Wrinkle's gun instead, so they've got the AWP on the T side here. Which is interesting, because how do you balance the op and the MAC-10 now in terms of space and pace?
Okay, so be a heavy default. That's cool. Boosted. Oh, that was nice. And owners, how on earth has he found a gap this big? Thank God Nilo was looking that direction. And the violence is back, Mike. What is going on?
It is indeed. But it's from the Metizport side that they're succeeding. Jumping into an angle with a smoke in hand. Not exactly ideal. And now bit by bit, they're falling down. Jackinho, another monster round. Could get the op. They don't want it. They looked at the op and they left it alone. Jackinho, man, he has been a rifler. He has been an absolute champ on the rifle. It seems like they want to play fast.
That was a 35-second round. That was wild from bait. I think it was a bit too much. They needed to work B harder to allow... It was owner, wasn't it, that pushed up mid? Need to work B harder, let him slowly flank, then hit bot. It was just sort of complete carnage. Everyone went in at the same time.
Nilo, opener, ZTR, follow-up. It's looking good. That's B shut down as well, so they're going to try and funnel back in towards A main. That means they're going to run right into Jackinho, who's been hot to trot of late. And indeed, he will be here as well. Actually, Nilo somehow snatched both those kills from over his shoulder. But the end result is the same. It's a win with only one casualty. And life is good for Metizport.
They tried to pop the mid smoke. Do you see that? They put a nade into it, flash over the top. But clearly, flash wasn't effective on the CT players. A bit of a mow down. Same time, ZTR got his kill out of Jag. And pause in from bait. Money gone. Last couple gun rounds have been a little bit crazy. They never really had a chance to get into those rounds. So I guess they're discussing what to change. I'm trying to remind, what was the scores earlier up against Apex? I'm trying to remember the half scores.
It was... Hold on. We're getting there.
It was CT where they had problems. It was 4-8 CT side. Was that that was the half where a lot of rounds went close, wasn't it? They just couldn't convert.
It was, indeed.
Yeah.
But it did wind up costing them. So a chance to already make this look better, and up against the pistols in this one.
Whew.
It's hard to imagine it's going to get away from them, especially if you got mortar strikes like that. Big boom on. Maybe a little overface against the pistols, but why can you blame them? Ecos are just so tasty, you know? Can they get the AK? They're trying. They can indeed.
Does Jackinho fancy an AWP? No. In a rifle. Okay. I think you're right. He's just so comfortable in this rifle at the moment. And you can't blame him. 132 ADR as we creep into round 8. What is the call from Bates? Really struggled to get into some of these rounds of late. Passive stance for now. Metizport fully clear mid. B lane is cleared. And Bait playing a longer game. Surely going to retake mid at some point. Just got to wait for these elbow smokes to fade. Re-smoke now out from adamb. See, Nilo might even smoke mid again.
What was that shot? Little keyboard hit with the mouse. A classic. Little panic tap. Desk pop. Speaking of pops. Oh, they claimed the B player. Oh, this spray could be good. No. Ooh, a little bit of an overcommit. It's going to cost them. Now even numbers. Mid lost. Pressure on. CTR adjusts to bring it through, but they've just found the B player. Oh, if ZTR gets caught on a timing here, he is in so much trouble. They hear him rotating off. He's panicking. That's an assassination. Now Jackinho just going to be forced to save. They'll make their way over. This round goes the way of Bait.
Overextensions? I'm not sure. That mid fight definitely didn't go well for Metizport as Bait came in. It's quite a choke point. They had a player lower, they had a player peeking from Jag. It looked like it was going to go really well. Right.
Oh, no survivor.
Cool. So important for Bait. They just win a gun round. They've really been up against it of late. Still, though, there's money here for Metizport, so...
Plenty.
They'll be on rifles again.
It's so interesting to me that they just continue to stay away from the op. They don't have any interest in opping on this map. Jackinho doesn't seem like he's going to be willing to pick it up at all. Because Nilo could have dropped it this round again. Dropped an A1S instead. So this is a willful decision. Don't want to touch it. What do you think about that, Alan? I know a lot was made in the very beginning of CS2 of, okay, maybe we're just going to move beyond offers. Maybe the op's going to fall out of fashion. That definitely didn't happen.
That was an overreaction the other way.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, a one-shot kill gun where you can hold angles at range is always going to have some utility, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like where it is right now.
Good flashbang. Better kill from Owner. The flash didn't connect. Timing was nice on it. The trade's there. adamb is back in the right moment. And now they've lost all this mid presence. It's a good spot for MPL, but he's got no one to play off of anymore. He needs esenthial to get a little something going. Oh, this is a bit of maneuvering. This is a bit of brilliance. Knife almost went in there. But MPL trying to get back over towards A. adamb B is ready for it. Wise to the potential problems, the potential pitfalls of this round. And I don't even think esenthial can get back to the bomb. It's so far away, so down he will go to ZTR's rifle, and Metizport march on.
Should be an eco. So we'll podcast mode a little bit about the AWP. I think something you got to remember is,
Okay.
to my memory, unless I'm forgetting somebody, every player of the year, I'm not saying HLTV is definitive, but I think it would have been one of device Cyber or Simple for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And I don't think they were AWPers necessarily because they just loved AWPing or it was always what they played. I think they were AWPers because it was the most effective way to play as an individual. And I like that in CS2, I think you could play as a rifler or an AWPer or hybrid between them, and it doesn't matter anymore. So I like that. How many times did we look at stats at events and you're just like, oh, they're an AWPer, they're gonna have higher stats.
Yeah.
And that feels gone now. It's more like, a Munizzy of the world can still be the best player on his team. But you really have to be of that caliber.
And I'm excited for this year. I know it's way too early. I know it's way too early. But I think there was a tweet from, I think it was Maui. It was either Maui or Longs. That was just, I thank God every day that Donk's not an AWPer. And this might be the first, world #1 we get who's not an AWPer, and it feels like so very long. adamb saying he's the #1 right here in Donut. And adamb wants more. It's creeping up. It slowed bait right in their tracks. They're frozen. They backed right off of A main. They want nothing to do with this. And so in towards mid they will go. And Nilo is ready for him. Is he? I thought he spotted it. I don't think he did. This double donut setup's going to be interesting, but now there's no threat from Red Room, so it's actually not bad. I don't know what Metizport have seen towards B, but it spooked them. And now they're in real trouble. They are in real trouble, Alan.
This bomb's going down. They've got players still in Donut. There is no smoke for this CT side, and they desperately need to deny this plant. Oh, that's massive stuff. If it goes down, it's an easy round win for Wrinkle. Not to be. Not to be. That is so critical that they fight before that bomb is planted, because I really don't know how they would have prevented an AWP holding that after plant.
To be fair, Bait had multiple opportunities to plant it down. They kept trying to eke out that one extra peek, that one extra kill, and it cost them. And it means, look at what they're going to have to fight for this last without the bomb money. Would have been perfect with the bomb money, but it's pretty dire without. Look like this is going to be a fast B hitter. Don't really have a lot of util to muss about here. Fuss about. So here comes the exec. Nilo might be on the peak at the perfect moment. Can't quite catch the bomb, but susp is mowing them down. No misses here as ETR clears at the back of the totem, and it is just NPL, but not for long. 8 rounds for Metizport as they want to go to Dallas. We'll be back. A nice lead for Metizport, but far from unassailable as we swap sides and Bait take up the defense. Not doing a lot of defending in this one.
What is this
They're
CT
getting
pistol?
active. Oh boy. If Metizport accelerate into A, there's no one left to receive them, Alan.
Smoke's over. CT. Other is for Donut.
Captain Kirko wants to fight ahead of it. Not going to be able to land any shots. So far, no damage there. It's a little bit. But the bomb will be planted. And owner lost. Means that there is no flank from A main coming. It's a nice kill to find for ZTR. And now it makes this a very difficult retake indeed. There is a kit. There is a smoke. But they need some kills. And Essential going to start to bring some through. But the temple wrap. Oh, susp getting adventurous. This could be a killer. This could be a body breaker. They're ready for it. Captain Kirk is actually coming looking for it. They're just defusing straight up. The A main players may not realize it. Oh, and the bomb's been defused. So the round snatched away from Bait. It started out well for Metizport, but they could not hang on.
That looked like a sure thing. Where did it go wrong? I'm not sure that the tunnels players needed to be first contact. It felt like when you've got Temple, I don't know, man. Well, if they lose this series, that will be replaying in their heads. And with the plant, they've chosen not to buy. This is very restrained. Very, very cautious stuff from Metizport. I don't remember the last time I saw a team save on this sort of round. Maybe it's because they got the round lead? I'm not sure. But they're already thinking about rifles in the next. This is more economic damage they're going for here.
Look how much space they're being given in towards mid. NPL, despite having a player up in donut, there's not vision there, so he's playing back. Doesn't want to get overwhelmed. Doesn't mean Captain Kirka's on a bit of an island, but it's Captain Kirka. He's always ready. Oh, but he's lost himself and his teammate, Wrinkle. Long range from downtown, NPL, ready to defend. All good.
Onwards and upwards. Right, guns out. Let's focus up. Loser goes home. Winner plays heroic tomorrow. And for both of these teams, it has been a long road through this lower bracket. They've played so many games. Taken a lot of big names, both of them along the way as well. And they would have both come into this matchup thinking, in some senses they're lucky they didn't have to face some of the stronger, more established sides. They would both come into this matchup thinking, we can win this. And I doubt they feel any different now, because this game is on a precipice. A group from Metizport. Initial engagement, Captain Kirka is so low as these players try to finish him off. Somehow he's still alive. NPL doing so much work from CT, but these HP bars are drained. Man advantage, though. Stays the way of Bait.
Gonna be interesting once they get the numbers back in, right? Does Metizport have enough guns? And that's the problem. NPL jumping around. Trades his rifle off, and they're just wilting. Under the heat. They're not ready for this. But susp. Oh, he's keeping him. I don't even think he realized Captain Kirk was on the bomb. Now he knows. But susp ain't being baited forward. Ironically. And he holds his nerve. Beautifully done. What a round for susp. He's having a map.
That was a 1-on-4. He just won a 1-on-4. Granted, the first couple kills were... I don't want to say they were trade frags, but not necessarily looking his way as much. But, yeah. 1-on-2 onwards, that was all him. That is a game changer. I think this pause for Metizport is just to calm down. I think they paused here just to relax and reset. after what susp has just pulled off. Money is railed for bait. What on earth do you do? Just save? No other option is there. Well,
Got a bit of time here.
Oh yeah, assume of a technical nature. Given how long this is going on.
Kind of
Nobody's
spells
dropped,
like it at this
though.
point. No, not yet. The old classic audio issues. That's a good one. Heard that one a few times. Few thousand times.
I like how everybody on Metizport has had their moment during these games as well.
It does feel like we've had everybody step up. And we were talking about in the Apex game, right? That it didn't feel like... The way they were winning felt like winning as a team as opposed to winning as an individual.
Just feels more like... It feels like they can replicate it. I think, unfortunately, by the sounds of it, technical delay will go on a little bit longer. We're going to take a quick break, but hopefully not too long. And when we're back, we will conclude this series. See you then.
Into it. Rapidly back into it. Okay, spicy. Straight into the action. Maybe we should have just kept a hold of it there, Alan. But either way.
I did what the overlords told me to do, Mike.
I understand the voice in your ear. The voice of God. What kind of damage can they find? Not too much. Not too much damage at all. Alan, do you believe in the NPL 1v4 with the USP?
For the sake of entertainment, yes.
Well, you should. You shouldn't. That's what I was going to say. 1 kill, little bits and bobs of damage, nothing too catastrophic. Metizport are screaming towards a potential conclusion here. 3 more rounds needed. They are on the precipice of a date with Heroic.
Tense times now. Okay. 4B default for the Swedish side. Molotov missed by owner. Gonna allow esenthial more space to creep. And what is this? Nades up. B ramp explosion. Will the smoke hold them at bay? Adam is all the way up. Flashes through. They're going. Space is taken. They've got the site, but there's a lot of players around them.
Smoke timing might have saved their bacon here, but they need to get this bomb planted, and that's the risk. They know bait. They know they're going to want to come through this. Bomb's now down. This changes the complexion of the round. Mollies are gone, though. Last one just got deployed and into a smoke, I believe. And then slots Nilo in towards middle. Jackinho has his work cut out for him, but he's giving it a real good try. All into ZTR now. In the cave. Playing for this defuse. Doesn't have the spray on Captain Kirka. Hasn't pulled the player off at a no-scope. Oh my goodness. Insult to injury on the end there. But it is a round win for bait. That can't be denied.
Yeah, they gained a lot of ground, but they were just so stuck on their bomb side. There was a critical fight. We didn't see it on screen, but there was a player in mid for Metizport. I don't know if he was trying to flank, but Nilo killed him. Sorry, it must be Nilo that died, I guess. Nilo went down in mid. And from there, it was kind of dominoes. So, yeah. Key moments. but still cash. Of course, the anti-eco previously was pretty clean, so help them build up a bit of reserve. What is the call this time? Playing outside of B, anticipating aggression, doesn't come. Going to shift in, noiseless right now. Riding up until then. Taking their control. Wrinkle's holding from Donut. He can see that nobody's crossed mid. And that's what's letting Bait lean 3B right now quite confidently.
We could still have the bailout. I mean, there's still a minute on the clock, but there are limitations to what this utility will bear. There's a nade. With the smokes not out, I feel like Metizport are trying to tempt out a reaction. And here it comes. I'm just taking space up in cave. Just trying to clear it in. Nilo. What do you got? Knock off the win. So this is what they were hoping for, but they're not prepared to actually handle it. And now the utility sails out, but they're denied by a smoke up the ramp. Now they're coming cave. They need this second one. The trade's there. Damage is bad, and Captain Kirka now peeking from window. Making this a catastrophe. Jackinho chasing this down if he gets the second. Oh, the tuck in, he just spotted him. He mollies himself! He mollies himself, Alan! Oh no, Captain Kirka! What a fumble! A clutch no set up, essential. Bomb's being planted. It's planted safe behind the boxes. Teammate on the line. Oh, but Essential's ahead of the flash. And now one more player. He'll know where he is. The flash gave it away. Susp is low. He held his nerve last time. And this time Essential low on the magazine. Oh, has to go to the sidearm. He's chasing this down. He's not got the kit, but he has time. He has time, Alan.
What a round! Oh my god. Captain Kirka is the word relieved? I'm not sure it is. I think it's yeah.
It does mean we're gonna go the distance now, though.
Oh my lord, this game has come alive.
Metizport are forcing. Because one player survived here, they feel like they can put this game away if they can just get a limited buy through. And I mean, I'm not here to say they can't, but this is a bold bet.
Where are they? Yeah, they could have saved. Yeah, I mean, especially for the team that doesn't like forcing second round. And this is quite an equivalent scenario. Fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. Someone give Susp an AK. Come on. Let him work. He's been so good. Okay. Opportunity then for Bait. Lesser buy. Lesser weaponry. Low util for this T side. That's what Bait needs to hold against. To make this a real match.
This is all the makings of a full distance barn burner, doesn't it? You just feel when these games are coming sometimes as a commentator. It's actually interesting with the resmoke in, Metizport clear out. They were planning to play the fade, and I think they get wary with the resmoke that the nade popper's coming through. Respect the concern here. This flashbang continues to put them on notice. MPL doesn't know how much impact he's having, but right now he's just toying with them on the other side of this choke point. Another resmoke. Metizport is so determined to go for this mid take, but with the vision from Wrinkle in towards B main, this is being read, and now they have to adjust. They're realizing with 3 smokes committed to the same angle that there's some sort of knowledge, there's some sort of information here.
Another one's come through. They're not going to have a lot of time here. This needs to be nades over and go. How on earth do you take an AWP off this angle?
I think you just have to sprint past him. All en masse. Let him take one and just make the rest work. Here goes the jiggle on. There's the kill. You got to go now. Can't let him get a repeak. Good damage. They're past the choke point, but the bomb's not. Still, Wrinkle's going to reposition, anticipating them coming in towards mid. adamb catches one towards the other side of the map. That causes some confusion. MPL doesn't know which way to go. They need this kill. They've got it. Bomb down now. And the problem for Bait is, yes, it's a 3-on-3, but this is a real big bet of your money. This is all your chips on the table.
I'm not sure they can do this, Mike. By the time this smoke fades, there is not a lot of time left.
The only kit's on MPL as well. He's just had to go around the world to get in towards cave, but they're going for this. They're committing. Just have to keep them off the bomb, but they're unable to do so. It's a massacre. The retake is flawless in the 3-on-3. There's nothing Metizport can do. Bait bet on themselves. They play with the risk, and they come out on top.
Remember, that was the force buy as well. Win that Metizport there. I mean, that was a colossal retake. Lose that. What would it have been? A double eco? But obviously not. It would have been 2 force buys in a row, I think, to lose the map and go out of the tournament. What a retake. And what a move from NPL to run all the way back through mid, come onto the site with 10 seconds left, and to find a flurry of frags. Here we go. Up into window. I'm amazed ETR is alive. Even so, trades head the way of Bait. This is a perfect start. It is just a half buy, but there are no easy rounds from here. Every kill counts. Every piece of economic damage. Force players onto MP9s, FAMASs, lower util. That's what this map is going to come down to.
Just adamb to try and eke anything out of this. Doesn't seem to be happening. Wrinkle clearing back in. SMG on. And it is indeed going to be some more money made for owner. So that might be nice to have. Gets an upgrade himself. And we have the 10-10 line. Metizport take that timeout.
Finally a clean round for Bait as well. They needed that. Okay, yeah, discussion. It's been very similar rounds for Metizport. Passive, slow, let Bait burn their nades, do something late. Problem for them is, you kind of, you know, you're burning a lot of the clock. You're letting Bait take the initiative. I do think they could have won that afterplan, that 3-on-3, in a lot of occasions, but I'm not sure if they think the same. Will they up the pace? Remember their Mirage was a lot of set rounds. They love to do, we call them a 4-1. You send 4 players to one area of the map, one elsewhere to lurk, and then react off the information. We saw a lot of those. Could it be something similar? For now, just the default nades. One for Red Room, one for Jag. Plenty of players defaulting towards B.
Essential aggression here pays off. Dividends paid. But it is traded equally. Captain Kirka takes it the next step. And now it's all on an nilo. Talk about a bold play. Bait. Throw a brick down on the gas pedal and drive straight in to the Metizport attack. How do you get back into this? The bomb's down. They have full control. They have full knowledge. You have to go through a choke point if you're going to have any chance at it. You have a single flashbang, which will absolutely telegraph where you're coming from.
It's just impossible.
Flank's drawing ever closer as well.
Flanked as well by Wrinkle the whole time. Insult to injury. Maybe
I mean,
just...
this would take...
He can't even save.
No. This would take a truly extraordinary effort. He's going to be shot on the side of the head. Or the body, as the case may be. Up on, no survivor. No bomb plant. And Bait might just find map point. Do Metizport continue to chase this? Or take the half and play for OT?
I can't believe Bait made such a bold call. 10-all. Third map. Some of the biggest series these teams would have played this year.
I love it.
And they push through the Jag smoke and run down ramp at the same time. Yeah, I do. I love it as well.
Sometimes you gotta, in the big moments, let that thing swing.
I don't know how they walk around with those things.
There's a bit of a gap here towards A. Because of the smoke in mid, I mean, now it's being adjusted to. MPL's coming over to support, but there was maybe a moment where Captain Kirka was under threat. But Metizport are determined for B. They have some utility to make this work. They want the tighter sight angles with the Tech 9s. I can understand the emphasis on the sight. Molotovs make owner uncomfortable, push him back.
I think the question here is, how do you activate Nilo? You need to activate Nilo. You need to pull a rotation. You can see right now Wrinkle's holding CT. But you can get him off and bring Nilo into play. That changes the face of this hold.
Wrinkle went to the rifle as well. Dropped the AWP to pick up the AK. Specifically for the esenthial. It's working out. I haven't even needed Wrinkle. There he comes in. Well, Nilo will get one. That's all she wrote. And the kill, an afterthought. An irrelevant detail on the script that is this bait win. One of the next two needed. The AWP comes back through. The rifles are out. Bait are hungry, chomping at the bit. And they just need one more.
What a pair of days for Bait. Win the first map against Virtus.pro. They do lose that series, but Virtus.pro are already in Dallas. They were the best team in this qualifier. 2-0 over Movistar. Clean series. 2-1 on Ents. Went the distance. And are they about to do it again? To win as underdogs, make it all the way to the consolidation final. For a lot of people, Bait would have been, by some margin, the weakest team coming into this qualifier. And they are the Grim Reaper knocking on doors. And the next victim is lined up. 2 chances. Entry frowned. Susp is low. Red carpet is laid out. Heroics waiting for him.
I was hearing typing there for a moment, but it does seem like all 5 players are moving, so I don't think we've had a DC. Damage has been done, so the round be play out regardless. Wrinkle goes down. Dropped. No chance. Didn't even pull the trigger there. That might be salvation for Metizport.
Look what it does to the CT side. 2 players come off B. It's just Essential on his lonesome.
He's got no nades either. It's not like he can jump a smoke here like they've been doing to slow down this B take. Here it goes. No support. Essential, what do you got for us? Finds one. That's honestly impressive. That's honestly good. There's money to spare, so they'll go for the retake. Even in an even situation. They need something to light their way back in, and they're not finding any of it. Just one more round to play. Nades on his ETR. That Molotov way too late. It came in with the rotating player. Double setup in cave. This could be bold. The peek out from the pillar is good. Trade's there. But it's all about this cave setup. It's all about this hold. It's all about this fight. Jackinho's got it, and susp wasn't revealed either. Jackinho will take it all, and we're inching closer to overtime. Metizport could keep this dream alive.
Knife edge stuff. Holy cow. That kill from Jackinho onto Donut. Game changer. Absolute damn game changer. That would have been map if he died. And that was against an AWPer against quite some range as well. Oof. Alright. Last round of regulation. Overtime beckons. Warp out for Wrinkle. Jackinho sticking to his guns, and why wouldn't you stay on the rifle? Been so good at it. Let's see if there's another twist in this map to come. Are we about to get the same aggression? Yes, we are. They're going straight through. So aggressive. I can't believe the boldness.
It's working. Okay.
Even trades. Even trades, but I still respect it, Mike. Wow. On map point. Series point.
The difference this time is actually they didn't go for the final element. Remember, that was the exact same exchange that we got last time they went for the aggression, but the difference was Captain Kirka swung from ramp. I don't know what changed this time, but Kirka lost his nerve.
They invested
actually
a
be the
lot of
difference maker.
util into that.
Oh, they want to commit. They want to fully commit. Oh my goodness. They're reading this. They're right. But it's going to cost them. If they go back in towards mid, though, if Wrinkle gets turned around, if he realizes this is clear... Is this a poison chalice? Wrinkle's going for the peak? Okay, that's too much. That's too much. Metizport just hit the pause call. Now they're going to get overtime. Unless Captain Kirke can pull off something tremendous. If Wrinkle holds them there and contain, he's got a chance, but jumping up with the op? I think the moment's gotten to them. Sometimes the hardest round to win in Counter-Strike is the round that puts your opponent away. And now we need heroics from Kirka, and he might not get the chance. No, he's got the first kill. But the face of the neck's not happening. We're going to overtime. We're getting extra rounds. It's not done yet here, Alan.
No, sir. This has been a long map of Counter-Strike. That's where CS2 is concerned. Onwards we ride. Overtime now. No more pistol rounds. No more ecos. No more half-buys to contend with. Full weaponry galore. Loser out, winner plays heroic tomorrow for a spot in Dallas. Pressure on for a pair of young teams. Nilo, top spawn, out mid. Nobody to greet him, but a lot of control to his name. Okay, esenthial throws a split smoke, the one that lands all the way in towards CT through the red room. This is interesting.
Jackinho rips the doors off the B site. Wrinkle trying to get back into it, but I don't think this one's doing. Can't deny the bomb plant. There's no reason for them to face his angle. Molotov even rumbles him. Well, there are trades here. Man advantage, and Captain Kirk making plenty of noise. Gives away his position. Does Wrinkle even want to give this a look, or... He'll try, and he will die.
Let's rethink that situation from Fate's perspective. 2 in Donut. They had 1 red room. 2 on B. They get pressured a lot mid. They see the split smoke come in. And they start to clear mid. They start to push through Donut. At the same time, the B players are scared they've lost Dark. Cave, whatever. And they go double down ramp. Those B players probably should have played retake. Given the info they had on mid. And a little bit of a lapse in communication, maybe. Hands 2 frags straight to Metizport, and they had 5 grouped. First blow goes the way of the Swedes. This time, another set round. 4 towards B. Nades raining over. Off angle for Captain Kirka makes it 2. 3 frags and a dink. What a hold. Put his teammates in a phenomenal position now to win this.
Once again, the captain steps up. Jackinho wants to play the off angle. They're actually rotating his way, but at some point they're going to get suspicious. Why isn't the bomb gone down? How long does he see this through? The resmoke in towards A main. Oh, Jackinho. Well, he's just out. Okay. Okay. It's traded. Shenanigans on. But it is knotted up once more. 13-all. I thought a 4-3 was about to lead to a pretty spicy moment there again.
No. We had enough of those. All right. There's nothing between these teams. Nothing at all. Here we go again. Another heavy B-lean. Swedish squad. Good spawn. Jackinho swings off catwalk. Orb to greet. No connection. They're trying to chase. That results in a death. Nade is... It's good damage, but Fate would have taken that. Where? Oh my lord.
Let's just do
Spam
this
through
panel
the
spam.
wall?
Mm-hmm. Panel spam, unfortunate position. Susp now boosted up, and he gets one. Unable to trade it as well. Things are falling apart here for Bait. It's getting very troubling. And look at this, they've got donut ground. The push through, they hear them. The timing, but CTR's ready for it, he knows. He will be captured, but... Where do you even read this?
There's so much going on.
Back into smokes. Feels like every inch of this map is a battlefield. Oh, and Wrinkle's finding his sightlines. He's down to 5 HP.
Metizport, they're just frozen up, haven't they? They didn't know what to do.
They find the site.
They've gone the right way, though. Plenty of util here as well for adamb. They're going to flash in towards CT to make sure nobody's close. Might still be a little bit wary of Temple. Ollie onto there.
He knows now.
This is good, though.
Too late.
This is good. Donut taken. No smoke on the CT side. They've got to kill adamb before he falls off. And
if they hold on to this Molotov, I don't know how you get back in. Adamb B down.
This is for the ace?
It is indeed. Wrinkle's been tremendous. He's looking for it. They've got kits, but the lack of a smoke is just killer. Molly will be on. Wrinkle's gone because of that. Not enough time to get the defuse either without that smoke. Essential. Oh, he just has to stick, and Nilo knows it. Flashbang to pull him off. He's already come off the defuse. Is too much time gone? I believe it has. This bomb's going off, and there's nothing that can be done about it. 14 for Metizport, and we will swap sides once more.
How close are these rounds going to go?
Millimeters.
Every single one is a roller coaster. That was madness. Absolute madness. And that's what happens when you're playing under pressure. Remember, both of these teams, they haven't been in many games of this caliber as a 5. You know, granted, ZTR, maybe Jackinho as well, they played some, you know, some fairly sizable land games, but let's say the rest of their teammates. Owner, good spawn, out mid, damage exchanged. Look at all the real estate towards Donut, and no signs of slowing down.
Trade on. Bomb down. Bad spot for Metizport, but the nade pop gets them one more. Now they're gonna feel emboldened in this retake. They still need to bring the 4th player over. CTR. There wasn't a lurk out late. To double hold and donut, 1 A main. Up the smoke down A main now might be their best chance, but Essential's actually past it. It's not perfect. Nilo. Done for. Trade there. It's a battle all the way. We wouldn't have it with anything else. Fighting the smoke. Clear out on the 1. It's just the same main player, but they need to get on this defuse, and Jackinho will hold. A 4K for Jackinho to answer. And map point secured. Metizport are on the precipice once more.
It was them that came back as well. It was Bait that had the series points a little bit earlier. What a map from this young man. And he's done it on the rifles. He's rifled pretty much the entire map. Okay, remember guys, an extra pause awarded to each team every consecutive bout of overtime. Bait burning theirs. This is obviously last chance saloon. 2 chances for the Swedish side to continue their reign of terror, their upshoot, their ascension into, I guess, the tier 2 landscape. A duel against Heroic awaits the winner of this series. Neither team wants to give it up now. Take a breath. ZTR, NPL, big calls to come. How do you allocate your players? Where do you put the chess pieces? Mid-util out of Bait. But they don't want to get aggressive. It's Metizport. Take the initiative. Mid-control established. Bomb heading out towards A. And nobody's there. Jackinho's going B. Is this going to be a big oversight? 4 players B for the Swedish team right now.
How quickly do they realize? When do they get the vision? Now they're realizing they're rumbled. Jackinho coming back in. This double mid presence. I mean, they'll hold on to the positions for the retake, but the site, they can't hang on. Oh, Wrinkle, that's a big miss. That was served up on a silver platter. It might cost them. They might regret it, but the Molotov's good. Forces adamb into the fray. And now a man advantage with the bomb ticking away. This is ideal for bait. A play through the smoke, but a wrap from Captain Kirka. And a hail of bullets means that this gets that much more difficult. Wrinkle, the timing on the repeat. Oh, boy. He still gets it. Gets what he needs. And it might just be enough. They're running out of time. They're running out of chances. They know it. It's all just Jackinho, and he's not even got the time to make a play. Are we going again, Alan? Are we going the distance?
Could well be. My thought process is going to, is there anybody in the Metizport TeamSpeak that's just asked the question of why on earth we're reloading B so much? They had so much control. There was no pressure coming out from B.
Trying to make a read.
Yeah, goes wrong.
Seen this now for both sides. A little bit of change up in the critical round to close. And leading to problems. Owner just flying onto the site. This isn't a change up. This is authentically them. Jackinho, though, he takes two. Might have just done enough for his teammates to get the retake. Look at the damage done on the panel spam as well. Still smokes. They're going to allow this bomb to go down. They're going to force the retake. Owner is so low. Wrinkle not much the better. Now they'll find some damage of their own. Question is, what can ZTR do to get his teammates back onto this site? Nothing right now. The spam is good. Oh, the teammate's there. It's all Owner, and he's gone. It's done. Metizport move on. Metizport need one more series, one more dub, celebrations in the server, and they now have a matchup against Heroic for a spot at the Intel Extreme Masters Dallas 2024.
What a series.
That came right down to it, didn't it?
What a series. And of course, the first two maps, absolute